Bitch, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, but I'ma go all the way up. Bad girl from the soil. She taking me out of this world, bitch, I'ma go wave. Nice guy with a cold shoulder. You be cool, but I don't know you. Wrote a flower when I'm off the potion. Give me superpowers that I won't stop. To the bank roll on supermassive. Big bank for the space chatter. Way up in the squad NASA. Cup the field with the dark magic. Subtle flex when I run a race. Tell these rap niggas eat my dust. Lil baddie off the cellular. Talking life and I would set it up. I'm a sharpshooter, yeah, Will Smith. Call me Prince Park, let me freshen up. Bay boy on a level up. Way up near the nebulas. I'm never copping a chain. Cause I see it all through the frames. And I leave it all on the pages. Feeling like they want me locked in a cage. They want us all on the fake shit. But I'ma go all the way A with it. Cause I don't feel all the way safe here. Nah, spray the champagne shower up in the air. Stunner goggles, what the fuck is a flute? Untamed and she wild off the goose. Ghost ride, bitch, I come through the roof. Fuck 12 cause they all on my tail. Hella wild and I break all the rules. Chill, chill, bro, you out of line. Yeah, I know it's a mood. Bitch, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, but I'ma go all the way up. Bad girl from the soil. She taking me out of this world, bitch, I'ma go all the way. Got the Jody spinning, got the gator spinning, I'm outrageous with it, going crazy with it. Got the phrase jumping off the page, gifted, got the waves pushing, got the neighbors tripping, got the trap booming, jumping out the speakers, drip on me, jumping off the easel. Gold wristed, couldn't tell me shit, bitch. Nah, bottle fisted, cooking the bars, turn a lab into a living kitchen. Niggas grimace when I water with it, subtle flexing to the candid image. Come from pushing in the S-type with no license, gas load, the windows tinted. Still couldn't see me with the zoom on your little vision. Nah, we are not the same, we got different lenses. No one snapping like we something real vivid, keep it realistic. Fuck the splitter with my day ones, got the label making bank runs, cause a train of thought like a freight. I'm the type to get a late start. You the type to be afraid, huh? I'm the type to never have things. You the type to have it made, huh? Yeah, wave. And I keep you to the flame, huh? How they got me going this hard? Really, I'm the type to never say much. Vice grip, got the game clutch. Every song make the stage rush. I always said making money might change things, but never let it make us. Bitch, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, but I'ma go all the way up. Bad girl from the soil. She taking me out of this world, bitch, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, bitch, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, bitch, I'ma go all the way up. Young nigga with a dream, hold it down for my team. I'm afraid of how I'm feeling. I get high in the ceiling. How I'm feeling, high in the ceiling. I've been living like on pass routes in this ride to living like I'm finished. Wait, louder. Bitch, I'ma go all the way up. Wait.
Guys, listen up. As you get older, the best way to continue to look young, exuberant, and vibrant is to continue to take care of your skin. That's why I'm excited to have Teej Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. You heard me talk about them before, and you're going to continue to hear me talk about them because I believe in their products and the positive impact that they have on every man's life. Teej Hanley makes taking care of your skin so easy. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing that you don't. Every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Lapeef family, I must admit, skincare wasn't always something I always focused on, but since I started using this system, I've seen improvements in the way my skin looks and feels. And you don't have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from around the world. I recommend you start with the level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer, and a PM moisturizer. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teej Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off retail price, the ability to customize your box, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Teej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click that first link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box plus the free gift. Seriously, that's an amazing deal. Even though it's too early, as I often say, it's never too late. Click that link and get started today. It's go time. What's going on, family? Welcome to King Talk. To introduce the crew, we got Mr. Shannon Rawls, Humble Dad, Ricky Williams, Trill AC from Crew Season, Trigger Mike. We got Ilkan Ali, Mr. Let Go, Eric Harrison, RJD, and me and myself on Lapeef JR. Welcome to King Talk on Lapeef Network. What's going on, family? What's going on? How y'all
What's happening? What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? You.
So what it do, fam? Y'all good?
Yeah, we did all that talking about Lego Mike, and Lego Mike's still hot.
He turned it back up before we got on. He ain't playing with us. He ain't playing with us.
Yeah, I think it's a strategy.
Your mic is hot too.
Me too. I'm hot.
Yeah, you hotter than Let Go.
Oh snap! Look at me talking crazy.
JR's mic is a little low, but everybody else is good.
Is that mine's low?
Yeah, yours a little lower.
Not low.
It's not low.
What up? What up?
Everybody good with that, man.
Everybody good.
Oh yeah, Eric, your mic is hot. Like, turn your gain down.
All I gotta say is
You're an asshole on for that one, Eric. Appreciate you guys joining the panel. Let's see who we got in the chat, man. Green Gang in the chat. We got Jay Prince for president. What's going on, Jay Prince? Good to see you, brother. We got Miss Nurse Fancy, Marcellus Davis. Who else we got in there? We got Team Fatty. It's also a member. He's in the house. You got all your peoples over here, Ali.
They rock with you, family.
Now they rock with me.
They been rock with you.
I ain't never seen this much purple in the chat.
Hey,
win, man. It's a whole lot of purple in the chat. That's all good. I'm gonna fuck with you, man. It was good to see you guys in the chat, Green Gang. If you guys haven't already, make sure you click that link that's pinned to the top of the comments. Mr. Mister, I see you as well. Mr. Mister, I see you. That's how you become an official member of the Green Gang. So make sure you guys do that. Shout out to the sponsor, Teej Hanley, Uncomplicated Skincare for Men. 30% off along with a free gift. That link is in the description. So if you guys are interested in getting your skin in order, and I heard it do work for the women as well. So women, if you got that rough skin, no worries. Teej will take care of that too. Let's see what else we got. If you haven't already, make sure you guys hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's very important for you guys to do that because that ensures that this stream gets visibility. And that's what we want right now. So if you like it, hit the thumbs up. If you don't, hit the thumbs down. We won't see it, so I don't know if it matters or not, but oh well. Either way, it's going to be a good stream because we're going to make it. I'm going to make sure I gauge it. And I don't know. I got to spice it up if it needs to be spiced up. I know Mr. Let Go is always good for that. He'll say some off-the-wall shit. Oh, Cursing. Let's try to keep cursing to a minimum, man. I know I started off on the wrong foot, but let's try to keep cursing to a minimum on the platform. King Talk don't usually be that bad. Let's let go on one of his rants. Or Ricky go on one of them liar rants.
Oh yeah, Ricky go on a rant for in a minute.
Hey, don't try to get out for you, Mr. Lego.
Must be time for me to leave this panel, man, because
No, I try to keep it to a minimum, man. I think we should be good, but you're not YouTube is. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and dive into our first topic, which is some news that I just came across, and it's about Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle Union reveals that she felt entitled to cheat on her first husband, Chris Howard, after his affairs. Let me scroll down a little bit because I think it was quite interesting what she said. She said that I was like, oh, that's what you're doing. Union explained of her back and forth cheating strategy with Howard. You're going to feel this one. She eventually came to understand that she was internally missing something within herself and became horny for validation and having certain kinds of guys like me and want me. Union added, I wanted to feel like I was worthy and good and valuable and deserving. So what do you guys thoughts about that? I know we briefly talked about it. Humble Dad, this must be your first time hearing it, sir. I'm going to start with you, man. I know you always tend to go somewhere in the middle to last, but let me go ahead and start with you. What are your thoughts about that?
Did you say that she said she got horny?
It says that she became horny for validation and having certain kinds of guys like me and want me. Union added, I wanted to feel like I was worthy and good and valuable and deserving.
So
like
she
in that
felt,
movie Halle Berry. Make me feel
Mr. Lego,
good.
your name is not mine. Come on, bro. All right. I'm just playing. Hey, listen, this is what's crazy. If she feels validated to give herself away to dudes, then she really didn't value herself, right? She really was, in my estimation, if she's giving herself away to dudes, she feels less than who she thinks she is. Because when a woman gives herself away, she's giving herself away typically to a dude that she feels is worthy of her, you know, and for her to say, you know what, I'm going to give I'm horny because my husband was what she's horny for attention. Basically, I guess that would be what she's internalizing. But unfortunately, she's doing damage to herself more so than the guys. And then, as we've said previously on other times, she gave it away for free. Like these dudes didn't even have to work for her attention or her box, as we say. And that's interesting that she decides. Was this a recent thing that she said?
Yeah, no, it came out 3 days ago.
Oh, okay. So I would then venture to say that it's another media attention grabbing moment, because they seem to do that on oftentimes when the crowd has died down from talking about them. So I would say that it's really just a money grab, if anything. And I would wonder what Dwayne Wade would kind of feel about that. But I kind of have an idea, but I digress.
Dwayne Wade wanted to watch.
All right, let me
Look, man, Saweetie is her cousin. That right there says a lot. It makes you wonder.
That don't mean nothing, bro. Like, I got
Yeah,
cousins, they don't rock like I rock.
Yeah, man, but most cousins do. It's always exceptions to the rule, but that don't make the rule. And I wonder how that family is. And then you got Dwayne Wade, and there's, I guess I'm supposed to say, daughter, Zaya. I forget Zaya. It's
Zaya. Respect his pronouns, Shannon. Respect his pronouns. Her pronouns, pardon.
And so for her, she's 50 years old. She's my age. And so for her to say, you know what, I cheated back, you know, and I think there's a song out right now that's out by Coi Leray. It's like, I'm a player too, or girls are players too, or some shit like that. I forget how the song goes. And so it's just like the conditioning of just your pussy is worthless, ladies. Just use it for your pleasure. This is a pleasure tool. And do what you use it to make you feel good, regardless of any of the repercussions that can come with that, regardless of the fact that you are a receptacle of love. Just cheat. If your husband was a hoe, you be a hoe. Not if your husband was cheating and he broke his vows and he was lying to you. Go and leave him. Go and find somebody else that's going to respect you the way you feel you need to be respected. Instead, do that also and cheat back. That's crazy to me. And to be horny for validation for some dick. So, because we could say it like it really is. I know it was all politically correct in the article and whatnot, but what it's basically saying is, I felt like, just like Humble Dad said, I felt so low that I needed some dick to make me feel better about who I am. Not to make me have an orgasm, but to make me feel better as to who I am. And the only way for me to do that is to go get fucked by somebody else so I can match what my husband was doing to me. So I can say, oh, you gonna feel this, or whatever she said. Revenge fucking. That is wild to me. But then it's not surprising. When I hear the things coming from her family members, when I hear the things coming from her husband, when I see the decisions that they're making as a family, when I see the fucking the clout chasing, it almost seems like. You know, I'm wondering, like, when, you know, what was her last movie? Bad Boys 2? I haven't seen her in it. So is this what they got to go through just to stay relevant? That's weird to me. So that's my thoughts on that, man. Ladies, don't use your pussy to make you feel better.
The number one thing that I always have said when it comes to women is men usually go out and hurt other people when they feel a certain kind of way. Well, they need some money, they feel desperate, they need attention, whatever. They're gonna go punch somebody in the face, rob somebody. They're gonna do something to somebody else, right? But when a woman feels hurt, this is what's sad. They always go out and hurt themselves. And it's the weirdest thing in the world. So neither is right, but I would rather do something to somebody else than to do something to myself, you know? But it's like virtually every time a woman needs to get some type of vindication or some type of revenge or whatever, she hurts herself, you know? And it's just like, it's the saddest thing in the world. Just like everything Shane said, like, you only hurting yourself. You don't gave a man some free ass and you think somebody else is hurting from that?
Oh, hell.
You know, I'm mad I ain't getting none of it. Like, it's just stupid.
In her mind, Aaron, that's what she thinks she's doing. She's saying, oh, you gonna feel this, so she fucks somebody else.
Right. You know, so this is what women do. They always go hurt themselves in order to hurt another person. But when a man goes to hurt another person, he hurts another person. Both are wrong, but one is logical and one is just dumb and asinine and backwards.
I mean, it sounds like a situation to where they should have never been together to begin with. I think both of them was caught up in their ego, and then they came into the relationship and felt like, well, hey, I shouldn't have to give up my options. Well, I think Gabby was probably more invested than he was. She said dude was an athlete, so you already know what that comes with. You know what I'm saying? So she going in there with delusion, thinking she's gonna be the only woman, and then when she caught him violating, probably a couple times, because that's how women typically do. Most women don't just go out and cheat on the first time that they catch you. But you know, he probably violated a few times, and then she was like, "Man, I'm tired of this shit. I'm about to go do the same thing." And thing is that as wrong as it is, part of me gets it because I'm extremely vindictive. And you know, that's the fastest way to hurt a man's soul is messing with his woman. Shit, you could steal a man woman and steal a man money and he'll be okay. But if somebody hit his girl, different ball game, you know what I'm saying? So I think she understood that concept and tried to use it against him, and then it got to a point to where they just going back and forth so much. Even in the article, it said they sat in front of the therapist, and the therapist was like, well, shit, y'all, the only thing y'all got in common is that y'all like other people. So what the hell y'all even doing together? So, you know, again, it's a situation where the foundation was wrong. And when the foundation was wrong, it ain't shit that you can do exterior that's going to fix that. And, you know, her behavior was just a reflection of that. So that's what I think it was. In terms of whether or not she's wrong, I mean, obviously, But I mean, shit, he was just as wrong. So y'all both signed up for monogamy. Nobody honored that. It is what it is.
Trill, do women and men cheat for different reasons?
Depends on the woman. Generally, I say yeah. Generally, shit. Now that I'm thinking about it, aside from just men who just cheat because the sun is up on Saturday, I think both of them cheat for similar reasons. It's just in different ballparks. It typically comes from gratitude or feeling like you're not being valued as much as you should be in your relationship. Because again, like most men, like what's the first thing they'll tell you is like, oh man, I ain't got to deal with this at my other girl house. I show up, she just do whatever, whatever. She make me feel like a man a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? But with women, it's the same thing. They missing something in a relationship. Like he's always gone. He's not, showing me no kind of intimacy, and he doesn't appreciate me. So she'll fuck with the lawn man or, somebody else that has the time to quote unquote appreciate her and show her the consideration that her man is not. So even though that they are for slightly different reasons, they in the same family. It all boils down to gratitude. Aside from, like I said, men who just cheat because the sun is up.
Or not feeling fulfilled in their relationship. So they want to go find it somewhere else because they don't see it in that particular relationship is another one.
All right. Let me get Eric in there.
I mean, I pretty much agree with everybody's saying. The other thing is this too, is that like just the message in society, man, says that that's okay to do. You know what I'm saying? Like every movie, every song, like real talk, there's really not very many people saying the things that we're saying right now. Like this is an anomaly. This is not normal. Like this conversation really ain't normal. Like soon as people turn this off, they're gonna go and hit a rap song, or you know what I'm saying, hit some R&B, and it's gonna tell them to do exactly what she did. Or somebody gonna be bragging about doing exactly what she did. So I guess I'm approaching it from the standpoint, everybody right. And she's hurting herself, and it's stupid, and it's retarded, and everything's up. But then as soon as you get off of here, you're going to be right back in that world again. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, people going to make the choice that the world dictates to them. So that's what I have to say about that.
Go ahead, Lee.
Man, I don't even know. It really don't even matter anymore to me. I mean, if we talking as men on the panel, coming from, I guess, the beginnings we came from, it hurts the reputation of, her reputation, the man's reputation. If they got children, it hurts the children's reputation as well, too. And if she tries to get a future relationship, I mean, if we all just saw what she did, you think it hurt her reputation. But like Brother Eric just said right now, I think it's a different world. I think women not being accountable today, they get rewarded for it. And she got a Dwayne Wade. So in today's society, I don't know if it even matters anymore what people are doing. But in the core of things, we talking about morality. If she's a good quality woman, it preserves her reputation, she can just get a good man again, another great man. If brothers actually valued her and she just went to go get another man and people saw that she was a respectable woman, she could just go get another good man. But now that she did that act, I don't think most men will go after her. And whoever dates her is going to date her because of her name, which I think in her current situation, I think what's going on. But like I said, it tarnishes her reputation to credible men. To men who don't care and date superficial women, it don't matter.
All right. Go ahead, Trigger Mike.
Yeah, so I definitely like what everybody said, but I'm stuck on the title a little bit where you said she felt entitled to cheat. That's where I'm getting like a little itch, because I believe it's all spoiled from the get-go because of the woman's mindset, especially in America. All right, so it's a part of that equality narrative that everybody keep pushing, right? So women chronically misunderstand what a man's loyalty is. And it's been proven that it's not his sexual fidelity. All right. So if you feel like you need to cheat back to get, back at him, you're misunderstanding what him cheating might have meant in the first place. Right. Honestly, I mean, just truthfully, we understand that many people don't go into it saying to their woman, I want other women. Right. They're usually hurt by that deception part of it. So, you know, if that is present, then I can see why, you know, she would take that route. But I mean, women can't go tit for tat with men in the cheating arena. That's not what women of virtue do. You know, and there's examples of that all around the world. When we say it all the time in these panels, men dominate when we have sex. Women get dominated. There is no empowerment in being dominated. Like, it's a technical fact. So women need to understand that outright. I mean, I couldn't have said it any better than Mr. Let Go said it. You out there hurting yourself. There is no promiscuous woman in all of history that's highly exalted with her pictures all over the world somewhere saying she smashed her way through life. She didn't give a damn about nothing. She raised bad kids who ended up just like her. There's no statue anywhere glorifying that type of woman. So we need to kind of recognize that as well.
Go ahead, Ricky Williams.
It's Gabrielle Union. I mean, entitled to cheat, whether he did it or not, it was in her. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm really starting to grow understanding that most women require validation through their vagina. Right. And it's looking like, you know, the more I get deeper into this, that they'll do it at any cost. Bad guy, good guy, simp, alpha. She needed to feel validated, and that's why she did it. Right. And the question ain't that she felt entitled. The fact is, again, how can she feel bad as a woman and wanted him to stand on fidelity when she wouldn't?
Did you hear what I said?
But she'd be found justified in this case, correct? Most people will say, hey, it's the game. Right? But again, women, y'all expect us to have standards for y'all that y'all don't have for yourselves. So you mad at him for stepping out, but instead of you leaving and be a woman of some conviction, a woman of standard, you did it too. Because the truth is, if we want to be honest with it, right, you was cool with it till you wasn't cool with it no more. But that's a different conversation.
All right, go ahead, RJD. You're on mute. There you go.
Yeah, I'm having technical difficulties right now. Bro, like, I just think of it. She felt like she wanted to get back at him by using her body. It doesn't make sense. Like, I'm with Let Go on this one. That's not a normal thing. Me and Let Go don't normally agree, but I'm with him on this one. Like, you can't drink the poison and expect somebody else to get, you know what I mean, to take the harm from it. So, like, her using her body to get back at him, that, for me, that don't fly. She did it because she wanted to do it. She just wanted to get her rocks off with somebody different. I don't really think it had nothing to do with him. She just wanted to get her own rocks off and feel how she wanted to feel doing what she wanted to do.
I think she always wanted that dude, really, probably, even when she was trying to be good. But, you know, in the side of her eyes, she was looking at him all the time. So this was her chance to go ahead and smash with a reason.
The article says that they did it to each other on numerous occasions. It was almost like a tit for tat based on what the article is saying. You cheated, so I'm gonna cheat. Instead of just leaving, that's why the council was like, I mean, y'all want other people, so why are y'all with each other? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's really a an internal I would say self-esteem issue. Like, they feel like the only people at the time that would validate themselves was each other, saying that, listen, you did something wrong, and you know that I did something wrong, so let's be together. When in essence, you actually are destroying yourself and your marriage at the same time. But it took somebody else on the outside of their marriage to tell them that they didn't need to be together. That's crazy. Like, they would, if they did not go to counseling, they would have continued the same circus that they was doing, and they both would say that they were validating themselves. So that just goes to tell you, as Ricky alluded to, like they think that sex is the thing that matters the most in a relationship when it doesn't. There are so many other elements as it relates to being in a relationship, as it alluding to marriage, that they missed altogether. I don't even have an idea why. That's probably the reason why they got married, because the sex was what it was. And then there was no other substance that connect them or something. And then they tried to find it in other people to try to validate themselves. So altogether, it's crazy that they had to have somebody else tell them that they didn't need to be together.
Let me get psychological a little bit. When you dating a woman, and when a woman is dating a man, but this King talk, so we're talking about women. When you're dating a woman, it's important for you to get a good understanding of what her coping mechanism, her primary coping mechanisms are. So say something happens to her in her life. You cheat on her, somebody dies or whatever, right? What is her coping mechanism to cope with that sadness? Everybody has a primary coping mechanism that they go to when it comes to dealing with extreme sadness or hurt, right? Some dudes might go gamble. Women may go to food, or men or women may go to sex. Some women start buying all kinds of stuff on Amazon. It may be attention, start showing her ass on social media a little bit more, twirling around and dancing or whatever, just to get attention. So, or sometimes it could be solitude, where you just stay to yourself, you don't want to talk to nobody, you just ball up in a little corner and just be by yourself. So when you're dating somebody, it's important for you to know, or drinking, you're right, drinking. It's important for you to know what that person's primary coping mechanism is, because you're not going to see it while y'all are happy. It may be 2 years down the road, they dealing with some depression, and you don't know that when they actually go through something, they want to bust it wide open, and you never knew that. And you looking at her like, yo, I never knew, because she never was dealing with this type of depression or sadness before. Everybody does something mechanically where they may be able to control it, but we steer towards something mechanically when we go through something really deep and hurtful. Some people just stay in the bed all the time. Some people drink. It's something. And it's important for you to know what yours is. And it's important for you to know what the woman's is, because she could turn around and shock the hell out of you out of her actions, simply because she could turn around and get fat. Just because somebody in her family died, next thing you know, you like, yo, you good? Like, why you eating a little too much? And she don't even know why she doing it. But if you had a good understanding, like, oh, damn, her aunt died. And now you're like, all right, there's an issue. Everybody has a primary coping mechanism, especially women.
Can I throw a curveball real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think my brother was ashamed to ask, do women cheat for different reasons? What if, just knowing the back history of something else I'm gonna bring onto the panel too, what if the brother cheated because she didn't feel validated with him and she never really wanted to be with him? Like someone said, she cheated with this brother because this is a brother she really wanted to deal with. Because do y'all remember Dwayne Wade had an outside kid while they were temporarily kind of broken up because of their busy schedules, and it messed her up. And instead of doing the same thing back to him, she worked harder on staying with Dwayne Wade. So, in the same respect, did she feel like maybe there was something she might have been doing wrong? She wanted to work harder to keep her relationship so that it wouldn't get out and be like, look, you having problems with men. So she worked on that relationship, where she didn't go to work on that relationship and cheated on the brother, which we see in our lives and experiences as men growing up. We see women cheat for different reasons. And some women, depending on the season, they acknowledge when they were wrong and work on that man if he stepped out. And some women try to do something out of spite and lose that man and any future man going forward, because it typically usually kind of could have been the woman who was doing something that caused the man to cheat. But I'm not justifying him cheating. He should have walked out from the relationship. But can I just throw that curveball at you brothers real quick?
I'll tell you what, bro. I think it's a situation
she got
where,
Dwayne
like,
Wade.
bro. I'll say because like when you young, I think she learned a lesson. She learned that going out there and smashing all the men to get back at that man didn't make her feel no better. You know what I'm saying? It didn't help her situation any. So it's just getting older, man. I think I like look at it from a different aspect. I don't even necessarily think it's so much trauma when it comes to it. I think when you're young and somebody does something to you you think of what is the most harsh way that I can get back at them, and that's all you care about. Like we sitting on this panel as like kind of older men, I would say, who has a bit of experience, who's going to make better decisions than say we may have made when we was younger. I know I am for damn sure, because I'm still vindictive now, but I was 10 times worse when I was younger, right? But it's a situation where when you're older, you get to sit back thinking like, okay, damn, what is going to be the cause and effect of this situation if I make this decision? Is it really worth it? Or is this going to really hurt him the way I want him to, or would me leaving hurt him the way that I'm really trying to? I think when you're young, it's more so let me just get him back. I can't like take this to my ego. He do me like this. I just don't do nothing and accept him back, and now that's gonna eat away at me. So I think it was more of that than the other. I mean, it's just like niggas in the streets. That's why so much violence in the streets. Because you sit there and you try to talk to a young dude like, hey, yeah, man, just chill out with the violence, man. Just stop the violence. It's not worth it, man. You're going to go to jail. You're going to do 50 years. You're going to do 60 years, whatever the case may be. Don't go do that. But again, when you that young and a nigga just shot my homeboy that I just spent the last 10 years sleeping on each other's couches and playing video games and eating, and when I didn't have no money, he fed me. I don't want to hear that mature shit that you're talking about. All I care about, I'm going to go get my gun and we're going to go do what it is that we got to do to avenge what just happened. Everything else outside of that does not matter to me. So again, I think in her situation, it was a thing of growth. When she was younger, she acted in a more irrational, let me go get back. I don't give a fuck what the repercussions of it is. And now that she's older, it's like, well, I'm getting older. I don't have the same pull that I had. I don't feel as invincible as I used to. So let me get this shit some second thought. Damn, like, was it really that bad? Okay, we was on break. You know what I'm saying? So damn, maybe this can be worked through. Like you gonna give it more thought than you would as a younger person. So I think that's what happened in this situation. That's just
I agree. I agree with that part. Is that, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but you were saying that. I was like, or maybe it's just that again, your perception changes. You it's not really what you think what you feel it is, but you learn to realize what it really is. You see what I'm saying? And that comes with time and patience. Patience, the biggest thing. I'm sure at this point in her life, she sits down and she thinks before she just make a rash decision. I mean, she still look good. You know, facts. We can't say she don't look good, but she a little long in the tooth. And no matter what nobody say, we see the situations with those type of people, the la-las and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, they can't pull them same type of dudes. Like I got my opinions on Dwayne Wade, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But as far as status and, recognition. So I think just at this point in life, she realized, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's time to sit my ass down, put my head down and work it out with somebody, I think
I think it was more that than I learned a lesson.
Right. I think it's a big step.
She married that nigga at 40. Dwayne Wade's worth 170 million. Chris is worth 3.
That's what I was thinking. What Cam was saying.
She was like, I'm old as a motherfucker, and he can go out and have a baby on me. Right. That nigga worth 170 million. I ain't learned no lesson. I ain't gonna get no better.
That was what I was waiting to say. I thought, man, this is Dwayne Wade. She's not gonna do better than that. And I think Trill and Ricky definitely got that part of it solid, where you become more methodical. Like I feel like they say women mature faster than men. They only mature in certain ways. That practical, logical, gene that men have, women have to develop that over a long period of time. Because like Trill said, the second they get upset, that all rationality goes out of the window with them. Their emotions rule them. So as she got older, she started to, like, we've seen examples of this. I think she's just looking at the wisdom that's been given. So with Nia Long, what did she do? She got cheated on. She said nothing. And the narrative went away and she controlled it, right? She could have came out and made all type of exposés and all that and fed into it. She said nothing and it all died.
She said she's sticking with him. She did.
Exactly. But she gave him nothing.
They just broke up today.
Well, no, I'm sorry. They broke up. No, they broke up. But I'm talking about the media frenzy over her narrative, like over her words. You see what I'm saying? So
but Nia Long could still grab her something.
Nia Long could grab her something. I ain't gonna lie.
You see, it's not. It's just how
she ain't had no Dwayne Wade.
A person. I'm just saying, as the way a woman is supposed to move. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, so let's do these two. Let's do a mirror version of these two. We got Old Boy and Gabrielle, and we got Nia Long and Old Boy, right? This is what I'm telling you, right? It wouldn't been she wouldn't have to revenge cheat if she had standards. It wouldn't been no revenge cheating if she had standards. When he did what he did, she would leave. Right? What Nia Long did, she kept her mouth. Nia Long kept whatever she knew, she kept out of y'all ears, and she stepped away from the man. Right? That's why I keep telling y'all expect men to have standards y'all don't have for yourselves. Y'all expect us to value y'all box when y'all don't value it. What y'all think this is? Like, we are supposed to set an example, correct? But for what? For what? Y'all don't care. You don't care about yourself, and you expect me to care? That's what don't nobody want to say about the ladies. That's what y'all don't want to say. Y'all don't value you, and y'all expect me to put $1 million price tag on you. He made me do. I went through this. You're exactly right. You went through it. Well, if you was the woman you said you was.
Did you hear what I said?
You would have packed your bags and left like a lady.
I think though, Ricky, I think that you say they don't value. Like, I'm saying that based on that. At the same time, I think that they believe that their box is the value, right? So when they give it away, they're thinking, well, I'm giving the most of, because they think that they got their box is so good that that it's above whatever else that they could bring, because the conversations that have been had, that's the typical thing that they say, right? That, they give good sex, right? And so that's what I'm thinking, that she's thinking that, her value, because that's what the article says. She felt validated, and she wanted to feel valued. And so she was having sex with other dudes that I didn't get to it quick enough, but something that she was saying about, I wanted to feel like I was worthy and good and valuable and deserving. Right. So she's saying that her sex, when the guy's having sex with her, that is what she's getting. And that's crazy, because if the thing of it is, if she would hold it or walk away, like you said, then that's her saying, I value myself more. I value who's going to be inside of me, and I value who's going to be in a relationship with me. Right. That's what we know. But in her mind, she's saying that her value is her box, and I'm going to give it to this dude. And so that even makes me more valued, because I think somebody else said, this is the guy that I wanted to give it to. So in that sense, she's saying I'm the prize and he gets to get me, because this other dude that I'm with don't value my box the way this other dude does. That's the crazy psychology of what she's saying.
Just women, period.
It's not even the body.
That's
bro.
the biggest
I think
problem.
It's the status. I think it's the status, bro. Like, what, she was already a celebrity then. So you gotta, like, keep that in mind. I don't necessarily think she so much feels that, hey, my box is just valuable. I think she feels that I'm Gabrielle Union, and you might be in the league, but I'm Gabrielle Union, so I can get any man that I want. It's like, you can equate it to how a lot of these Instagram chicks move. They move the same way. I don't care how much money you make. I got 500,000 followers. I got 30 niggas with blue checks in my DMs. What does that mean to me? Okay, leave. Cool. I just have another one tomorrow. And if she lit enough, let's just be honest here, she will. Because this right here is one thing that's like missing from this conversation, man. Like, because what all y'all saying is right in terms of, morality and things of that nature and how women should be moving. But fact is, morality ain't going. Let me rephrase. Morality don't mean shit and ain't gonna mean shit as long as there are tiers of men. Because to us on this panel, who I would say are elite men, yeah, you do something like that, if your reputation is like that, you out of there in terms of getting taken serious, right? But a lesser man, mentally, not just financially, but mentally, because it's a lot of dudes who got a lot of money, but they still lames for real. And they might have been watching Gabrielle Union movies. I mean, we see these young athletes do it all the time. That's how Brittany Renner got PJ Washington. He was a fan of her since 2009. He's been seeing on Instagram forever. So it don't matter what she online saying and disrespecting men and athletes are stupid and this, that, and the third, getting dogged by this dude or writing books about having sex with 20 dudes. It don't matter. I've been following her on Instagram since I was 15. And now that I'm in a position and I got money and I got the status that she has, I don't give a damn what her past is. It's my turn. So I think as long as there are men who think like that, and there are a lot of fucking men who think like that, these women are going to move how they want to move. And we validating it, not them.
My biggest issue with just women altogether is how they are the only entities on the entire planet that believe that giving themselves their value away for free validates them. There's no entity on the planet that operates like that. Nobody's going to give a Bentley away for free to make Bentley look more valuable than it did at first. There's no other entity on the entire planet that gives away their most valuable treasure to feel valuable. Ladies, I'm not here to make y'all feel bad, but I just need you to understand that the way you operate is extremely backwards to the entire planet. Animals don't even do this. When animals are on the ground mating, ready to mate, they're on the ground, they got their butts up in the air and all this other stuff, right? But guess what? If a loser male comes up and tries to mate with that female, she will literally bite that male's face off. Eagles, they literally have a mating procedure where they actually fly up in the air. And if they literally would, you can look this up, they will pick up a stick and fly at a high altitude, at a high speed, and the male will actually have to chase her, and she will drop the stick. If the male does not catch the stick mid-air, that male cannot mate with her.
I got pushback on this one.
Our women are the only ones that give away their value, the only entities on this planet that give away their value in order to feel valuable. It's crazy.
You're stretching.
Go ahead. I want to hear this. Go ahead, Ricky.
Men do it too.
Well, we talking about like we don't. Okay, I don't want to say we don't value our penises, but it's totally different. We value our time and our resources.
We're taking it down to the baseline of sex, Mr. Let Go. No, it's not. Right? We have millions of examples of dudes putting their seeds in women they shouldn't.
No. We're just talking about sex. I get.
For me to put my seed in you, I gotta have sex with you.
No. It's a difference. It's a difference between a penis and sperm and a woman's womb and the box. Okay, you can sleep with a dude with a condom. That's one thing. But if you let the dude spooge in you, that's giving away your womb. So it's a difference. So our seed is valuable, not necessarily our penises. We'll smash anything, but we ain't finna just shoot any club up. It's a difference.
I want to ask you a question. How can you say that? How do you say that when in the same conversation and today we said that, and everybody agreed that women get validation through when we have sex with them?
They get validations when we have sex with them. Yeah.
Right. So that means we validate.
How do we get validation?
That means we give away something of value for nothing.
We don't value our penises. We'll smash anything. I keep saying that.
Yeah, and I think it's
all of us will smash anything. All of us.
Yeah, I'm
all
still
of us will smash anything at some point. We don't care.
Yeah, I'm still torn on if a man's value, especially in the way we use it today, is actually in sex. I'm thinking
it's not true.
Y'all not listening. Again, I know y'all gonna go into the P's and shit. What I'm saying is this. Listen, what I'm saying is this. as men, if we are the portals to validation, why are we giving away validation for free?
Because we want a nut. Like,
okay.
We don't see it the same,
Now, you
Ricky.
just said we don't nut, but that's neither here nor there. It's condom, pussy, whatever. My
Yeah,
bad. There.
we don't see it. We're not giving away anything valuable for nothing like women are.
Yes, you are.
No, we're not.
Giving away validation. That's valuable to them. That's almost as valuable as attention.
Go get them, Ricky.
We just want a nut. We don't give a damn what they thinking.
No, but let go.
If I have sex with this girl, she's going to feel validated.
It's what it is. It's what it is. It doesn't matter what you think you're thinking, because what you're doing.
I don't care what she's thinking. I just want some ass at a time.
Hold up, bro. What you're doing when you're validating them is simply causing the same problems that we're talking about today. If they look at validation as attention, as the number one currency, and you as a man, even though you saying your dick ain't got no value, that validates them, then you're giving them something of value. You're validating them. You're the one who allows these, if you're one of these dudes and you hitting ugly chicks and calling them pretty, you the ones giving them the ability to be like, oh, he'll sleep with me. He think I'm pretty. Oh, I'm broke. It don't matter. This nigga oh, I'm Gabrielle Union. I ain't got no dude. I just lost my. Oh, I'll come sleep with her. I'll pick her up. I'll marry her. I'll take the check.
Ricky, you're missing the point. I said there's no entity on the planet that gives away their most valuable asset in order to feel valuable. Our penis is not our most valuable asset. It is our time and our resources. I'm never going to give a woman a whole lot of money or spend a whole lot of time with her in order to feel better about myself because somebody else done did something to me. No, it would be because I actually like her and I actually want to be around her. It's not because somebody else did something.
I know.
Let go, man. I think you're missing the point by a mile.
Allow me to try to explain it to him. So let go. I think. See, you're right, Mr. Let Go. You're absolutely right. Money, energy, attention, and time is the value of a man, right?
And
that's why he said we're getting ready. That's why we're getting ready to go into the P's, as Ricky said, the providing, protect. And I know what he's saying, but here's what Ricky is trying to say, because you're looking at it from a male perspective, Mr. Let Go. Switch it to a women's perspective.
He's not. He's thinking only from his own perspective.
I'm just saying we don't care what the woman is thinking.
Hold on, Let Go. Let him finish.
I know. Let Go. Let me explain. Just give me a second. Let me explain. So what Ricky is trying to explain to you is women, like you said, let Mr. Let Go, women give away their most valuable thing for free. It's like Ferrari doesn't give away free cars to make them to raise their marketplace so the cars to cost more money. They can't give away free Lambos and shit, right? We get what you're saying. The thing is, if women need dick to feel validated, if they need the dick, I understand what you're saying. The money and the resources and time is from the man perspective, but women said, I need that dick. And if I get that dick, then I'm now empowered. Ricky's saying that dick is in itself powerful. That dick is in itself valuable. And if you give it away, now from our perspective, from a male perspective, it's like, oh man, I'll fuck anybody. But by fucking anybody, you're giving away a lot of value to women who looks at that dick as the most important thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
We don't care.
Basically telling you why. I know we don't care. I know us men don't care, but women do. And if women are saying, I don't give a fuck that you don't care, that dick is validating me, then that man is giving away something extremely valuable in her eyes, even though to him it's no big deal. I'll fuck anybody. You get
no matter how slow you say it, he ain't gonna get it.
I don't care what a woman is thinking. If I want to have sex with her, the only thought that I want to hear from her is come get it. I don't give a damn about whether she wants me to validate. You let me coming over or not. I don't know, man. Think about what the hell a woman thinking.
I
understand what you're saying, but the point is, it still goes back to nobody gives a shit about what a woman is damn thinking.
Right.
If we want to sleep with a woman and she's like, yes, let's do it. I'm not going to say, wait, hold on. Am I going to validate her with this dick? No, I want some ass. That's it. I want a nut, so I go to sleep.
Right, and that right there is why women control the world. Right there, just like that. You're right. You're 1,000% right, and that's the problem. That's why
Yeah, that's like everybody's right.
men will never be in control ever because of that. It's always going to be a abundance of dudes just saying, "Fuck that, I just want to get my nut." Because y'all saying like again, like men giving up time, resources, all those things, and they get. But with that is their power. But you know what else they give up? Control.
Yeah.
How can you dictate things if all women know is all I got to do is open my legs and I can pretty much get him to do whatever I want him to do for real? If we're gonna be honest here, especially if the woman has status. That's how so many dudes get lined up and robbed here every day. That's how so many dudes is out here on child support by women that if they could go back, they wouldn't even be in the same room with. All of these things because most men, you're right, gonna take that ass, and not only are they gonna take that ass, but they're gonna take it raw.
Well,
and that right there is playing right into her role, and that's why you got so many Instagram chicks out here that are aspiring to be baby mamas by somebody that has elite status. Because you know what's gonna happen when that happens? I'm gonna get your most valuable resource, your money, your time in court, and all your energy and effort and self-esteem and peace. I'm getting all that with just opening my legs and giving up what you don't give a shit about. That's the problem.
And you giving validation. That's okay. So who's making the purchase, Mr. Let Go? The guy or the woman? When we talking about sex?
Sometimes it depends. So if it's some Gabrielle Union stuff, she's making a purchase because she'll be the one putting her ass on me, trying to get me to smash. So
okay, but most women are not Gabrielle Union, right?
Yeah, if it's not Gabrielle Union, I got you. I got you.
All right. So the guy is the one that's making the purchase, right?
Yeah, I buy her a drink or something like that. You know,
based on if I'm the person that's buying, then I'm the person that sets the price for what it is that I'm buying, right?
Hold on, who's the person that sets the price? The woman, right?
Not, I'm saying in the situation, the guy is the one that's going to be setting the price.
Yeah,
because like if he's setting the price, he's like, listen,
don't set it.
I'm saying if you're a handsome dude, you got all this money, whatever, right? and you say, you know, I'm gonna have sex with any woman. Mm-hmm. That woman internally says, I'm a 9 or a 10. If I'm gonna just break it down for you, right? And I said this before, like we had this on a different podcast. I said, listen, dudes are the ones that's messing it up because we will hit anything, think they're more than what they are. So if I smash a 1 or I smash a 2, right? Then that 2 thinks that they're an 8. And then the actual, you know what I'm saying? So
we the marketplace.
That's what Ricky was trying to communicate to you, right? So saying that it's just a woman that does it is not a true statement, because men do it all the time by saying, listen, because I will smash anything, you literally mess up the value. Mm-hmm. Because you will smash anything. And this woman thinks that she's more valuable as it relates to looks, as it relates to my time, as it pertains to whatever it is. She thinks that she's more valuable than she is. Why? Because I smashed and I shouldn't have, because I should be protecting my seed, my time, and my resources. And I say that all the time. Don't be rocking with no chick that you don't think is not your wife. It's going to be your wife. That's what I say, right? Because if I do that, then that eliminates the opportunity for me to be one of these dudes like Brittany Renner, Pookie, or Brittany Renner got with. You know what I'm saying? He validated her when he had the leverage. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. If you have a piece of shit Honda Accord and you think it's worth $30,000, you got a 1998 Honda Accord, but you say, man, I've loved this car since I bought it brand new. This is worth $30,000, but the marketplace says, nigga, that shit is $3,000. You ain't gonna get what it's worth. But if motherfuckers keep buying shitty cars for $30,000, then the seller is gonna think that that's what they're worth. Women
in real estate right now.
Yeah.
The value of anything is based on what another man pays for it.
Yeah, it's about supply and demand. So I agree with you from a supply and demand standpoint. Yeah. But when looking at one woman in particular cheating on her husband or boyfriend or whatever because she feels a certain kind of way of, because he cheated on her, for her to actually feel valued by giving away her most valuable commodity to somebody else that ain't even paying for it is still idiotic, backwards, and counterproductive. And that is all I'm saying. I understand what y'all saying, but as a singular situation, women as a whole, you got all these ugly chicks getting banged down, making her feel like she's a 7 or an 8. I get it. But when you look at one individual action, a woman just going out and giving a man some free ass, and it makes her feel valuable, that is stupid. And that is all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying.
True, too. All of y'all are right. Everybody is right tonight. Everybody.
All right, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and transition on that one. That was good talk, gentlemen. We did have a couple of super chats that has come through. That's 15 Fatty. Also, remember, the $20 said, the Black House is here to salute all panelists and to show support for our Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ilkan Ali. Team Fatty again, $5. Also, remember, says salute to JR, Ricky, Mr. Shannon, Trigger Mike. All love for everyone on the panel. Not named Mr. Lego. Ha ha ha. Black House. J Prince for president. Marcus White became a member. Welcome to Green Gang, sir. Salute to you. Al, $2 also a member. Says, guess we'll both get another one. I'm out. Brittany B. $5 said, Fight Club rule. JR, how much to boot Mr. Lego? LOL. Trying to put a price over your head, Mr. Lego.
$500 super chat.
$500.
All right, $500. Get Mr. Lego booted off next King Talk.
But you got to cash out me though.
Hey, she gonna pay it. Y'all better chill out.
Oh, what'd you say, Mr. Lego?
Cash out.
Anyway, here we go, y'all. Let's go ahead. Let's get this shit. All right, Brittany. Appreciate that super chat, young lady. With that being said, let's go ahead and make sure we subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure we get to the likes. Hit the like button right now. Also, shout out to the sponsor, Teej Handling. 30% off along with a free gift. That link is in the description. It's time to get to the meat of the conversation. And we know the ladies like the meat.
Ow.
I got the video. You guys seen the thumbnail. Pearl was on a panel full of women. This panel was very diverse, and they started off defining feminism. And they answered the question, is feminism dead? Most of them said that it was alive and not dead, but they did have some unique subjects that they covered. They talked about what is feminism. They talked about transgender and sports and pretty privilege. It's a whole lot of things. So I'm going to just play a few clips, and we're going to give some reactions to what was being said. Y'all ready? All right, here we go.
Believe in the advancement of women, whoever considers themselves a woman. I think there's a deficiency in society. So it's deeply rooted that feminism has always existed. I think America's a little obsessed with themselves, and it's like always feminism is rooted in America. And like, oh, white women started it. And it's kind of offensive because for thousands of years, women have been dying for their rights.
I think as a Black woman specifically, when you talk about feminism, the mainstream first thing you think about is a certain type of feminism that tends to exclude still, even today, even with intersectional feminism, exclude African-American women. And it's always kind of done that. And also like, upper middle class white women has predominantly been the face of what we quote unquote consider feminism.
That's first clip. So they basically was just defining their thoughts about feminism on those two couple of people. Anything stick out to you guys? Anything you guys wanted to speak on?
Yeah, I want to empathize with the feminists. If I was a woman, I'd probably be sitting around whining about dumb shit too. Hey, I want all the fucking power. Like, yeah, forget men. I want all the power. So, like, I understand. You know, if I'm not if I'm not the powerful group, I might be like, hey, yeah. So if I could just turn this a little bit, I'll get more power. Like, okay, I don't know. I'm just saying, just empathize with the feminists. Shout out to the feminists.
Hey, yo, I just want to say I watched the whole thing. All right, and
all right, just make sure you don't go too deep into the conversation, Trigger.
Yeah, I was gonna say I watched the whole thing, and I think Pearl held it down. Her talking points are consistent, As far as feminism goes, man, like feminism being dead, I think feminism is dying. And here's why. Feminism has reared its ugly head throughout history. It's not a modern thing. During different times in history, you can read, Greek, Roman, all that stuff. Even in Egypt, it's reared its ugly head, but it is dying. I look at feminism like a virus. All right, so I'm a science grad, so I'm gonna try to make this make sense. So the first stage of the virus was like awareness, right? Attachment of the virus. That's the awareness that women want equal rights. Okay. The second is penetration. We saw it start to infect all of these women, even the women that it wasn't meant to infect, which were black women, had no business joining the feminist movement, but yet they did anyway. All right. So the third is expression and replication. So now we've seen for generations how they broke apart the families. Their daughters have adopted it. Just easily they have adopted it. And the fourth part is release. So now I believe we are in that release segment of feminism, right? The virus is kind of dying, but here's what it's done. All right. So women have begun to realize that, oh snap, feminism doesn't net me anything. By 2030, half of the women in America will all women will be single, half of all women. That is the net gain of feminism in general, right? So they're looking at my family. We have generations of women who say, I'm alone. My children had no father. I don't have generational wealth. I don't even own a home. I have to live and look for my children to take care of me, this type of stuff. So you have generations of people saying this has gone bad. That's why I believe it's dying, because we've seen it in history. It's just something that comes like a virus and then goes away, because women realize everything that we're talking about is complete BS. We need men to survive. We behave like we don't, and then we ultimately suffer the consequences of it.
I'm with Trigger Mike, except for one thing. I mean, Trigger Mike you got a channel, Trigger Mike? Because I need to follow you, bro. I need to follow you. I like what you're saying, but I don't agree with it. The fact that it's dying. I think it's alive and strong. I think feminism is alive and strong. And there's two things. One, I think it's alive and strong, but there's a hard line being drawn in it now. And women are going to have to pick a side. And that's the part that's exciting, because you got sisters that's saying, I ain't with that feminism shit. And you got sisters that's embracing it like it's the coming of Christ. And because they are drawing a hard line in it, saying, no, I don't want to be no strong and independent woman. I want a man. I want to be feminine. I want to be soft. I want to live a soft life. I want my man to, I want him to lead, and I want to submit to him, and all that bullshit, all that boss bitch shit that you talking, y'all do that over there. And then you got the women over there saying, yeah, we boss bitches over here. And that's how. So I think what's happening is feminism isn't dying. No way. Trigger Mike. No way. It's here. Especially feminism. You guys already explained the 4 versions, and the 5th version that's coming, right? Version 3 and 4, them shits ain't going nowhere. 5 is on its way. So, but we're drawing the women are having to draw a line, and they're having to pick a side as to which one they're going to be on. Are you going to be on the strong, independent feminism side, sexual liberation side, which is version 5, or are you going to be more traditional? If you haven't been, are you trying to learn how to be? The other thing is that sister that was on the panel just a minute ago, she said white women were the face of feminism originally, but I don't think so now. I don't think so, especially with version 3 and 4, with the whole individualism. And then now we get into sexual liberation. I think that's rock solid. When you hear strong and independent woman, what pops in your head? You can ask any culture. When you hear of I'm a strong and independent woman, who pops in your head?
Only black women.
That is the face of modern day, today, 2023 feminism.
I think it's worse than all of y'all saying.
So just let me just to Shannon's point. So I believe it's a matter of perspective, because I definitely agree. They drawn a hard line in the sand. Now, even black women, but mostly white women and other races of women, are starting what's called the new traditional woman movement, because even though you can get money, you can do all this stuff, you ain't shit if you can't get a man. And that's traditionally the measure of a woman, period. Right. So that line that you said is drawn in the sand. If feminists were an army, how do you kill or defeat an army or a brigade? You divide them up. So that's why my perspective is it's dying. They've been unified for a very long time. But now I see all of these factions, all of these battalions going every which way. And they're women. They're not men divided. They're women divided. So they're going to fall even faster.
And those numbers,
that's why we're here.
Hold on, y'all.
Those numbers are minuscule when you think of the world at large. The truth is that feminism is built into y'all culture. It's built into our culture. It's to the point where men don't. It's to the point where women don't have to elevate themselves to men. It's to the point now where it's better to be accepted when a man brings himself down to a woman. Sports, transgenderism. What is y'all talking about? Y'all live in your workplace, the place where you go to make money. You got to call somebody a he, she, him, her. You got to respect a man for walking up with a beard, with lipstick and makeup and a skirt on.
You get them pronouns right.
Otherwise, you can get walked out the door from your job, or you can have your business boycotted and canceled. And y'all think this is ending? It's being inbred into your children. It's over. It's OV. These women that y'all saying making these movements, they're minuscule in the numbers. Minuscule. You been to Dallas or Houston lately? You can't tell a woman hello, let alone check her and try to tell her something about herself. You will go to jail just for speaking to her wrong. Now y'all think feminism going? It's inbred in your culture. It's the American way, baby.
My question is, I just got a question. How do they have power? Because we're giving it to them. You know, white America or whatever. But why are men giving these goofball ass women the power to sit around whining about this stupid shit in the first place?
So yeah,
that's my question.
It's not
because
all
they
men.
Don't have any power. It's men who are giving them power, because men are the ones who started this feminist bullshit. A Rothschild, if I'm correct or not, y'all let me know. A Rothschild started all this dumb shit. So my question is, the women don't have no damn power. It's men behind this pulling the strings. But what are men getting out of a whole bunch of women just acting like assholes? That's my question to y'all.
Well, that's what gynocracy means. So, you know, you got patriarchy, you got matriarchy, but the gynocracy is where laws are made that goes against men's interests to the best interests of women's society to appease women's emotions and sensibilities.
But
so
why
it's
does
basically
anybody care? Is the question. What do we get out of this shit? Stupid ass women running around just acting.
Nigga, the same thing you said.
You get a nut.
You trying to get whenever.
You get a nut.
Yeah, but so Mr. Let Go, you're absolutely right though. It is not men, it's not the average man feeding into or playing into feminism. Feminism and every bit of its profit and gain is by rich white men. That's who runs America. All right. So I've always said, because every time a woman wants to say we have power, I say, no, you don't. Name me one political, economic, or social engine that is financed by a woman, owned by a woman, and the ultimate beneficiary of the profits are a woman. You can't name one.
No sector of the planet.
Power.
But how many women can you name that influence these very things?
Did you hear what I said?
So I told y'all, power ain't nothing. Influences everything. If I can get you to think the way I want you to think, I am your God. Millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. They don't have to have physical power when the very dudes you trying to save will be the one that shoot you in the street for them.
Shit, that's marriage laws. That's family court.
And feminism, I would argue, has been around since Adam and Eve. I was just going back to
the women, not the problem.
Yeah.
Keep telling y'all this. It ain't the women. They doing what they do. It's us. We the ones who out of pocket.
Yeah. Because in Genesis, it talks about it's Genesis 4, where you know, God is telling he's pretty much giving the consequences to the man, the serpent, and the woman. And the one thing that he tells the woman is that, like, you're going to try to overrule your husband, you know, but he's going to rule you. That's in Genesis 4:7. So this has been going on since then, right? So this is, and as Ricky alluded to, it's not going away. And it's simply because it's crazy. Me and my late wife had this conversation on a podcast about how men are have the power, but the woman has the influence. It says it's like, even though the men are rowing the boat, it's as if it's the women that are controlling the ship.
That's gynocracy.
Yeah, and it's like, and I was like, why would men give their power away? Well, it's because, as if you look at it from a scriptural standpoint, Samson was so like Samson and Delilah, he was so infatuated with the sex from Delilah that he got weakened, so to speak, and gave away his power, right? And that is what's going on. Dudes are like, hey, this woman right here, I like her, or I lust for her so much. And when we having this pillow talk, I'm gonna give her as much information because I feel like this is you know, we're connecting in this manner. You know, I think Trio may alluded to this before. This is how dudes get got, right?
The pillow talk, boy. That pillow talk.
Because you're giving so much of your information to this woman, not knowing who she is ultimately, right? And by default, she's going to have that be in her pocket and use that on you later, right? That's why we kind of talk about men. You don't really need to tell all your innermost thoughts and feelings to women, because if you do, then they will at point use that to their advantage, right? And so therefore, that's how you can tell that feminism is not going away, because it's literally there was a book that was written about how they was going to what's the word I'm looking for? Infiltrate the United States. This was like early 80s, and all the things that are in the book are coming to fruition. Media, politics, and that eludes and goes into the family. Like what Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union is doing, like they are on front and center of what they're saying that family should look like, and that's not going.
Behold a pale white horse. You should read it.
I got some more.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
I got some more clips to get through. Y'all. I'm going to play the next one.
Yeah, white women has predominantly. Girl, actually,
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of benefit.
My question is, who allows it? Who allows it? Who allows it? Your parents, you damn children. You're arguing about what your parents are allowing you to do. You freaking little children. Can't even agree with each other, let alone any damn body else, you damn children.
Yeah, real quick. I had to say this because I held this until afterwards. But Ricky, what you just said is exactly how I live my life. That's exactly how I live my life. When I was growing up, raised by my mom on the South Side, you know what I'm saying? And all the stuff about dads need to teach, I ain't know about it. All I knew is mom was going to work. You feel me? And that was it. I watched TV, saw a dad in the crib on TV. I saw a couple of dudes in the hood. You know what I'm saying? But as I got older, I wanted more. But to go all the way back to the point that you made, Bruce, and let go, of all this, man, you need to do this, you need to put this in place. I had no idea what that was. So I bludgeoned my relationship by trying to put something together that I had no fucking clue of how to do. Oh, I'm putting some more money in the jar. My bad. So I understand the last clip, but I felt you right there. And real talk, there's a lot of dudes out here that just don't know. And they trying to know off of looking at like a 1 minute clip on Instagram on how to do something. They have no clue of what that is. They don't even know how to go ask another dude of how to do it.
Well, let me ask you this, Eric. They have access, right? We know they have access. They just got to have the want to want it, right? But
I think a lot of people want it, but real talk, I don't think a lot of sources are credible. I'm just gonna be real with you. There ain't very many credible sources.
But what I wanted to ask you, as when you was a kid, you know what you went through. So that experience lets you know that you don't want your children to go through it, right?
Of course.
So when you look at your children, that's your chance to correct it through your children.
True that.
That's your chance to correct. You can't erase what happened in the past. You can't erase the mistakes you did. All you can do is look at your kids like, look,
I'm not saying that. The point I was making is this: the want to can be there, but the knowledge isn't.
But that
the want to can be there, but the know-how isn't, man. And that's where we fall behind in so many different places.
So you saying those guys
and as brothers, real talk, because we always talk about race in this thing. If you look at other races and how they're raised, and if men are in the house, like even in other countries, men are there for the most part. Matter of fact, they there, and then they go and do wherever else, but then they're also present in that other household.
Well, look,
when I came up, they wasn't there, so I had no clue.
I can't give if you going out here and having kids, I can't give you a pass because you don't know. Because that puts you on the same level as the child. The child don't know. The child is vulnerable. The child is innocent, don't have nothing. We can't allow men to put themselves on the level of a child when they're a grown-ass man.
It's people that thought they was doing good, bro, and thought they was doing the right thing, and destroyed children.
And they don't get a pass
them because they was too hard and didn't know how to do it. I'm telling you. So there is a balance to the whole thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like nowadays, there's actually a better. So I hear what you're saying. There's a better opportunity to get the information that you need. But I'm telling you that there was a time, and I'm going back to what my brother Ali was saying. There was a time when you just didn't know, and you was just by the seat of your pants, and you was just doing shit. And that's why they always tell us to give grace to the fathers because of the mistakes they made, because they didn't know what the hell they was doing. They didn't.
Listen, hold on, brother. I'm gonna get Trill in there. That's saying Trill coming.
Yeah, man. I feel what Eric is saying 1,000%, man. It's just like, the want to could be there, but if the knowledge ain't, then you're gonna bump your head a million times en route to trying to figure it out. It's just like a lot of people grew up broke, grew up in a household where the lights was off, grew up in a household where the water wasn't guaranteed to be on from month to month, right? And as a child, you grew up seeing that, man, I want no parts of this, bro. Like when I get older, this ain't gonna happen. Sure, you can have that mindset. You can even go to college and get your degree and all of that stuff. And you can even get to a point to where you're making money. But if you don't know how to handle money, you're going to be living check to check the same way that the house that you grew up in was. So that knowledge is important. And again, it can be researched. It can be studied. But it's nothing like having that live-in example. And that's one thing about me. My pops was there every day. He was at every football game. At every anything academic I did. Every day. Today, if I need to call him, hey, Pop, man, I'm going through this, man. I don't know how to handle it. Hey, calm down. This is what you do. Blah, 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 blah. So it's like having that example of a grown man, it like gives you a different starting board. You know what I'm saying? Because again, LeBron James is a perfect example. Like he's an anomaly if we're gonna keep it G. But he grew up with no daddy. He grew up in the projects. He grew up in the hood in the worst of the worst situation. And he used that to fuel himself to say, look, man, I don't ever want to repeat this again. Now he again became a billionaire. That's a once in a trillion opportunity, but it's plenty of dudes who grew up just like LeBron that had good intentions, but end up repeating the same mistakes that their parents made. So having that living example and having that template and having at least some type of blueprint to go by matters. And you can't just say that, hey, I can't like, I'm not going to acknowledge anything leading up to you having a kid. It just don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand from an ideal perspective, which is what you're speaking in. Sure. But in reality, shit happens. So again, if my dad not in the house, then he not there to teach me, hey, son, calm down. You don't want to just be out here fucking all these women raw. When you go have sex with them, you condom, or you do this or you do that. Nah, he in the house looking at his mama shuffling men, trying to find a man to be there and be the dad for you that your dad wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So as a kid, you seeing that, you can say that it doesn't have an effect on you, but that's not true. When you leave that household, subconsciously it's embedded. You gonna tend to cycle women and run through women the same way that you seen your mom's doing. But again, if you got that tool, you got a dad in the home to express to you the importance of being in the home, express to you the importance of setting standard, and hey, you know, you may have friends or whatever going this way. You don't do it. You be a grown man about your situation, because when you are, look how I turned out. And my pops was able to give me that the same way Ali was talking about earlier. You get into some issues, fist fight in the hood, whatever the case may be, and you try to run from it. My pops the same way. Hell no, get your ass back out there. What is you doing? You're not about to you're not about to embarrass my name, embarrass my family, embarrass me. Get your ass out there. Grown men don't move like that. You take care of your issues, you take care of your problems. But again, the kid who don't have that and just got his mom's gonna say, well, no, baby, it's okay. You know, it's okay. Why? Because she's privileged. She has privileges that men don't have. That's just what it is. So you need that man in that household to teach you how to do it. And that's not saying that you have zero chance of getting it right, but it drops the likelihood significantly when you have kids of you going the right way if you didn't have that live-in example. So that's all I'm saying.
So look, Trill, let me respond to you. Don't get it twisted. And Eric, don't get it twisted. I'm not knocking the struggle of being a kid and not having a father guide you and give you the necessary information so you could go out here and procreate successfully. I'm not knocking that. all I'm saying is that's the game of life. You still don't get a pass. That's the game of life. I call it bloodline casualties. It flows through the bloodline. If you look at the Bible, if you have any religious background, every time a person was cursed, they were cursed through their seeds. Your seeds will suffer. Your children will suffer. Your children's trouble will suffer. You don't get a pass. It's called a game. It's called bloodline casualty. But there's one thing that could happen. It's called redemption. You redeem yourself through how you bring your children up. That's you're lost, but your children don't have to be lost. You get what I'm saying? You can make that change. That's why I say when you go out here and procreate, you have access. You just got to go and get it. You know what it did to you as a child. So once you recognize that, you're like, okay, look, I don't want to go through this shit. And like Ricky said, you got to make a sacrifice. It ain't about you no more. So that's how you got to move. And if you don't move like that, you'll just continue the bloodline casualties through your children. That's the game of life. That's just how it works.
Let me add this. It's actually called epigenetics. So it's in the Bible and it's in biology also. Everything.
No, but that's my word. That's my word, though.
No, I get what you're saying, but it's like epigenetics. When you have a child, like that child, your DNA goes in that child. And if you're stressed out or if your life is trash, and the mom's life is trash, when you have a child, your DNA, due to your stress level and the mom's stress level throughout the pregnancy, is going to make up that child's DNA. And now that child is going to have a certain negative disposition due to the fact that dad and mom had the same negative disposition. So it's bigger or somewhat the same as what Bruiser was saying, but I just wanted to say it's a real thing and you can actually control it, because the curse of the bloodline, that sounds like something you can't control. But when you look at it from a biological standpoint, you can control it in the type of woman you choose and in the type of mindset you have before you have a child. A lot of these children were conceived within a stressful situation or within poverty. So you can change your bloodline by changing how you think and how you feel about what you want in the future. And another thing, Eric, y'all, I don't give a damn about all y'all excuses. That's some bullshit. We men, you get your ass out here and figure it out. No dad, no mom, no nothing, no arms, no legs. You get your ass out here and figure it out. As a child, my dad wasn't in my life. I stole my best friend's dad. I'm over my best friend's house almost every day, hanging out with his dad. I stole his dad. When my mom died, I actually stole.
You was lucky to have that.
Hold on, I'm not done. You can go find somebody else's dad. So it ain't, I'm lucky to have that. I went and found somebody else's dad to be my damn dad. So, and that's simply about building relationships with other people. I built a relationship with somebody who had a dad, and then he became my dad. Then at the same time, like I said, when my mom died, I built a relationship with a woman, a sexual relationship. My ex-girlfriend, I got close to her mother, and I stole her mother from her.
What?
Literally, like she's still my mom to this day. You know what I mean? She didn't take the place of my mom, but I went and got another mom so I could still have a mom in my freaking life. And I tend to her more than her own daughter does. So when it comes to little things like I didn't have no dad, because some people don't have a mom, you can go out and build relationships with whoever you want. It's not going to be the same thing, but at the end of the day, you can make some changes in your life if you want to, but you have to want to.
We're not giving passes to deadbeat dad. Right?
But it's not about a deadbeat dad.
We gotta start winding down to get final thoughts.
Yeah.
Sure. Like I don't.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Like I had this conversation all the time on my channel. That's what it's about. It's about dads needing to be in their kids' lives. And I was raised by a single mother, so my dad wasn't in my life, right? And so what y'all see is a microcosm of like me being around some solid dudes. It was just by grace that happened. You know what I'm saying? Because all the dudes in my family was raised by a single mother. But because of, we had an uncle that was like, he was a really solid dude and showing us the way, right? And he wasn't about that going out and smashing chicks and things of that nature that we knew of. You know what I'm saying? And for me, when I got into the scriptures is really when it got real for me and the understanding of how to be a father. Because my heavenly father takes care of me better than any earthly father could. And so once I realized that, that's what made me want to be a better dad. And then when I began to talk to other dads about it, other men that had dads in their life, they said the main thing that they remember about their dad is the time that he gave to them. Similar to what Trill was alluding to, similar to what Trigger Mike was saying, and similar to what Ali is saying. Right, they have that advantage that was designed to be a normalcy. Right, it was designed for man and woman to procreate and to build a family together. And then we now are saying, okay, well, that man didn't have a mother in his life. I'm saying didn't have a dad in his life. So that's the reason why he's acting how he's acting. No, dude knows that how he was raised, he don't want to be raised like that. So there needs to be a change in your behavior, seeing as though you didn't like how you was raised. If you didn't like how you was raised, why would you follow in that same footstep? You don't like it. And you cannot say to me that you don't have a way to go figure out how to become a better father. There's no way that you can say that because
that's not what I said though.
I'm not saying
y'all taking it to the extreme.
Eric, I'm not.
Hold on, Eric, let him finish,
I'm not
bro.
coming at you. I'm not
let you finish, but I gotta.
I'm not coming at you at all, Eric. I'm talking to.
Okay. Eric, let the man finish. We ain't talking about you, bro. Let Homodan finish.
I'm not talking to you.
I'm not taking it personal.
Okay, that's for sure. I'm just saying I'm not talking to you.
Let the man finish, Eric.
I just saying let's not give deadbeat dads a pass because then that will be we making it seem as if that's an excuse. Yes, it is a reason, but we are as men have to figure out everything else. We didn't grow up with money, but we got to figure out how we gonna get to the bread. We didn't, some of us was first generational college graduates. So what do? We figured out how we're gonna graduate. So same thing. We didn't have a dad in our life. We got to figure out how to be the dad in our kids' lives and change that generational curse.
Ricky, you want to get to your super chats?
I got you, bro.
All right.
Alex Trebek, Jeopardy, 20 ball. Appreciate you, bro. He said there's two ways for values and ideas to spread: genetics and memetics. Postmodernists, feminists don't have kids, so they reproduce by teaching K-12, college. When they graduate, then they operate with the values they've learned. AL was good. He said feminism started in the 1830s. Women wanted to unionize the textile factories in Massachusetts. Spencer Campbell said Ricky is 1,000% right. Appreciate you, man. Serious Geek, he said it's not what men get out of it, it's what the elites get out of it. Me University, the elite men, Revenge of the Nerds, don't want you rising up, so they use women. Simple. Delilah was serving her peeps. They need drones. Marriage, Politics, and Sports, $10. The battle was lost when not only men but women said nothing when Bruce Jenner became Woman of the Year. Mr. JR, you have to make a profanity jar, my boy. Melvin Johnson Sr. said it's crazy. The new wave of feminism includes Lady Boys, 2 snaps on that panel. Facts. Serious Geek again, appreciate you. Elite men aren't in the top 20%. They're in the top 001%. Daryl Thompson, appreciate you, big dog. He said, Ricky, talk that ish. It's a cultural war on masculinity, straight heterosexual males, and the battle is being fought through shifting cultural norms. Examples, changing language and the terminology. Spencer Campbell, again, this is a political concept from people who believe the patriarchy have stopped women progress. These people for decades have destroyed the family to advance women into leadership. The Angry Man, appreciate you, big dog. Ricky Williams, ladies and gentlemen, talk that smack. That's my dude. The Angry Man, wow, I should have been came over here. I see bald brothers with gray in their beards. I feel at home. You're so stupid. Sir Shy 87, what's good? He said Pearl handled herself well against those clowns. Team Fatty, what's good, boy? He said every woman in that room making a conversation about their personal struggles. It proves that women don't like each other like that. They are in it for themselves. # Ali, # Black House. Big Swole Music. This is what Trigger Mike was saying. They can't even stick together as women. They are going back and forth in no point. Congo English, you notice the most emotional women are linebackers on the bench talking smack about the coach. Seymour Butts, a petition to get Mr. Let Go removed. He ain't no king. Marriage, Politics, and Sports. The overweight BW needs to stop the cap because many BWs are the face of the most toxic flavor of feminism. Spencer Campbell again, what's good, boy? He said, I agree with you guys, but do you know how much damage the school system is doing to your children? Yes, I see it every day. Marriage, Politics, and Sports again. He said, Bruce on point. Spencer Campbell said, this is King Talk. Go ahead, big baller shot caller. Real 83, Rick, they don't belong to us most of the time. The proof is high divorces. The women can leave anytime. Correct. And that's because the men haven't trained them to understand what a marriage is. Again, men, do your job. Catherine Ford, CRC 1000. Respect to the kings. Appreciate you, sis. Ricky Williams, that's me for the cussing jar, JR. Angry Man, he said, men find a way to cultivate the solutions regardless of the sins of their fathers or lack thereof.
All right, shout out to Angry Man for popping through, checking out the content. Appreciate you, sir. Eric, did you want to respond? I know you wanted to say something.
No, real quick. It wasn't nothing personal. The thing that I really want everybody to take into account, that's fine that everybody's spiritually aware and, got all this great knowledge and stuff. But y'all ain't the majority, bro. That's what I'm really trying to get you to understand. You can have a want to. Wow, now I'm getting the brows. It's funny. But anyway, you can have a want to. You can have a want to, but you don't have to know how, man. And what I'm saying is, you can be
I had to want to, and I went and got it.
Wow, so you interrupted me now. But anyway, as I was saying.
That's what he does.
But anyway, as I was saying, look, what I'm saying is, man, I'm not saying going as far as being a deadbeat dad, not being around and all of that. But you could be there and have all that seriousness and do all of that stuff, but you still can tear up a damn household, bruh. I know. We'll leave it at that.
I don't buy it. You got a woman. If you make a woman submit to you, how do you tear a household up?
There's many ways. There's many ways to make a woman submit. That may not be right, and in your mind, you may think it's right, bro.
You don't make us.
We'll save that for another panel because we gotta go.
All right, man. Make sure you guys follow these guys on individual platforms. Make sure you guys go to Humble Dash channel, Ricky Williams Boxing, Trill over there, Crew Season, Bruiser, Concord, Mr. Let Go, Trigger Mike, Ali. Make sure you guys check them out. You can look at their Instagrams if you don't see the YouTube channel. You can just type in their name. I'm pretty sure some will pop up on Google these days, so it's not that hard, folks. Hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Another bang in the books. Shout out to the sponsor, T. Hanley. And we out on this one. All right, y'all.